shortest point. And you only, like I said, if you just do some palm to palm back there, they'll be happy. So by the time I match up everything that I cut from this section, and now I'm having that piece from that mohawk come here, you can see my guide there, right? Because I took that piece with me. So all you're cutting is what's in between. So I have that little bit right there to cut, because this and this is the same length. Okay? So that's that section. Now I have one little slither left. So I'm going to come in here. Again, reposition. Take a piece. There. Alright. You gotta always take a piece with you from the section you previously cut. Here's my guide. And I'm cutting up to my guide, but I'm not cutting my guide off. So now that clip is done, I'm going to come into the next clip. And again, eye-shaped section. Taking a piece from my mohawk. Take a piece from that bottom section, right? I'm going to cut up to my shortest point. All you're doing is playing connect the dots. So see, by the time you get to that top little piece, you don't hardly have that much to cut. Okay, so now I'm here, another slither. Up to my guide, but don't cut it off. Not much to cut. I only cut an inch anyway, and I already have this cut in this thing.
So the inch only has to be at the bottom? So
that's where you're going to, once you cut that inch at the bottom, and you cut in that same inch within the mohawk. So it's an inch all the way around. But you're creating graduation, so it's going to get shorter as you move up.
That's a stupid question.
Keep your sections nice and neat.
I get messy. Not messy all the time.
And you want to make sure that your body and hand position is straight. Like my fingers are cutting, I'm parallel to the part. That's it. My body positioning, I'm not leaning to the left, I'm not leaning to the right. When you start leaning, start that rocking and leaning, you're going to end up long on one side and short on the other. Every time. So I'm cutting up to my shortest point, but I'm not cutting it off. Make sure you can see your section that you're cutting. By the time you get to the top, I'm taking a piece with my mohawk in there with me. Should hardly be nothing to cut, see? Okay, my last panel. So right there, I couldn't see my guides. I had to position myself. Make sure you take a piece of that guide with you every single time. Because what's going to happen is my sides are going to end up being shorter, right? And my back is longer. It's a mullet. The ugliest haircut in the world. However, I have done this haircut on long-haired clients, and they love it. I mean, it looks really good when it's long.
I think it's pretty much like shoulder length, like kind of medium,
Yeah.
like just past the shoulders.
It could be really pretty and really short hair too if you alter it with like 45 around the line. And
So
then
now I'm starting to get round. I'm starting to get shorter to long. And that's exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for that range. Now I'm going to do these two front panels, right? So pretty much half this haircut is done. Okay? And what I like to do, and this is just me, I like to comb all that hair back. That way everything is in the same spot. I already know I'm only cutting these front two panels. This is all I have left. This should be like your last 10 minutes of your haircut.
How
Okay.
often are you cross-checking? Or how often should we cross-check?
You can cross-check between your clips. Cross-check between your clips.
Okay.
See? And when you cross-check, you just want to go horizontal and check it. Okay? So I'm going to take both of these clips out at the same time. And I'm going to create these bands that are going to go across. Now we've already created our circle this way. Now we're going to create our circle this way. All we're doing is creating one big, round, layered graduation. That's pretty much what it is, okay? It's a little bit different than your haircut that you learn in class as far as like round layers, because everybody likes to say, oh, it's round layers. It's not round layers. It's actually a graduating haircut. It's like a round graduation. Pretty much is what it is, okay? So now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to create these bands. Make sure that your hair is nice and saturated and nice and wet so you can actually see what it is that you're doing. Okay? Because this is going to be the finished haircut. And we're actually going to blend here. Okay? So we got to blend these two panels to the back. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to create a band. So you're going to make one band here. Think about it like a headband. Okay? That's one there. There's one here. We're going to connect them. I'm going to create these two bands. All the way across. Remember, your mohawk is where you started, correct? So it's always going to be our guide. So now I'm going to match these bands together at 90 degrees. What you want to make sure you don't do is pull the hair back. So you don't want to pull any of this hair back. You want to make these nice smooth sections. Leave this hair over here because we've already previously cut it. We don't need it, so you're going to drop off what you don't need. And let's pick up what we do. There's our guide. I'm going to drop off what we don't need. And within this section, we're going to pick up what we do. Where's my 90? Right there. Reposition. Drop off what we don't need, right? Now that we're at this ear, where do you think we're going to hit? We're going to hit this wall, correct? Take a little piece of the hair from the previously cut section back here, because we're going to have to blend these together. So let's pull it out. Do we see our guide? Okay. How's my hand and body position? Straight. Okay. Now let's do the opposite side. Always come back to the top. Make sure you can see your guide. Pick up my new section. Just make sure I'm at 90 degrees. Am I there? Yes, I am. I'm going to drop off what I don't need. Now let's pick up what I do. We are almost finished with this haircut. See how quick that was? Dropping off what I don't need, picking up what I do. How's my hand and body position?
Still straight.
Still straight. Last section. I'm hitting what? Hitting the wall, and then I'm also doing what?
Rotating the back.
Take a piece from my back. Blending. Okay. That's now complete. So I'm doing what with that hair? Combing it back. Why?
Get it out of your
Get
way.
it out of my way so I can see what I'm doing. Does this make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're almost finished. So I'm gonna break this up one more time. So I'm gonna go in here. Now, if your hair density on your mannequin is a little bit more, and you need to do 1, 2, 3, 4 panels, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and take it at 3. I'm almost at the hairline. I'm gonna make sure I leave out my hairline now, because it's important that I do that part last. Gotta make sure everything connects. Okay? I like these combs that have this little tail because it helps you to section a little faster. Okay? So I'm going to go where first?
Straight up.
Center in the mohawk. Y'all see the guide? All right. Let's pick up the hair we need. Find my 90-degree mark. Dropping off what I don't need, right? Picking up what I do. Reposition. Dropping off what I don't. See how nice and thin that section is? You don't want your section to be too thick, so the density on your hair is thicker. Like I said, let's split that again. So now, cut in this last piece, right? Should be to the wall. You want to do the same thing on the opposite side?
Are you still adding in that back piece when you get down there, or just for that first?
Just for that first panel, because we need to connect it back. Just drop off what I don't need. Okay, almost done, okay? So when you do this and you feel your body turning, what you need to do?
Straighten up.
Straighten up. So now you're going to start remembering to straighten up. Always going to be in your mind. And you're going to hear in your sleep. Drop off what you don't need. Because it makes perfect sense to me. I'm a person that learns in rhythms. So a lot of times when I'm repetitive like that, it helps me to remember what's supposed to be done. Okay? So now let's do this last panel, which is the hairline. When we connect this hairline, we're going to connect the entire hairline. Okay? So we're going to make sure that hair around the ears is matching up, everything is lining up and rounded off. Okay? So again, I'm going to come back to my mohawk section. Y'all remember that last piece we cut when we did the mohawk in that front? Where I said everybody likes to over-direct that panel. Okay, so let's make sure we're still at 90. So here's my mohawk. And now we're just going to play connect the dots. Okay? We're doing the same thing that we've been doing this entire time. We're not changing up anything. We're not doing anything new. We're just going to match that up all the way around here. Notice I didn't take this hair and pull it back. I kept this hair at a 90-degree angle. Almost done. So we just connect the dots around this hairline, right? You see how I didn't hardly have anything else to cut because it's already blended. So now I just want to check. Just up good over there. Just up good over here. Okay. So now everything is going to fall shorter in the front and longer in the back. So this is what you're looking for. This is what they're looking for. Does it fall short too long? Yes, it does. I got a corner. So what does that mean? I over-direct, right? Let's come back to the corner. That's how you have to do. You have to go back and check your haircut. See it? Okay. Check this out. Got a corner. Y'all see it?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you go back and check around that hair. Okay. So then you start going back in, you start checking everything horizontally. Have a few strays, just a little bit. So, find a stray, go back in there, you want to cut it the same way you cut it. Don't cut it horizontally if you're going to make a line, or make a hard line. Okay, so as you go around this head, it should be longer here, and it should be gradually getting shorter on the sides. So you should be able to go back and check your haircut. Make sure everything is evenly blended all the way around horizontal. If you find a stray, go back in there, cut it vertical.
Cool. Thank you.
That's it. That's your